overcomplicating things and how keeping your life simple will fix a lot of the problems you have. When I was younger, I used to think that if I didn't have a certain job or a certain position by a certain age, I'd be screwed and life was over and it wasn't worth living anymore. Obviously, that's not the case, but that's how I thought. This was aided, this thought process was aided by things was seeing on social media and a lot of unrealistic things. Because it's cliche, but the idea that everybody's on their own journey and everybody has their own clock, that is 100% accurate. And I think here's the thing, keeping it simple doesn't mean boring or lazy, because my life as it stands from the outside is not glamorous is not glamorous or boisterous by any means to anybody. But for me, it's perfect. So right now I'm working 9 to 5 every day. I go to school, 5 courses, all online. Um, I make a commitment to go to the gym and add running on top of that as a cardio source. Now that's a very busy life, but it's simple. For me, it's simple. It's not hard. I know what I'm doing each day. I don't really have to put a lot of brain power into certain things. Like, you can kind of turn your once you get into those spaces and you get used to those activities, you can turn your mind off and go into autopilot mode. Now, obviously, say for in my circumstance with school, I obviously need to pay attention to that, and my brain is turned on for that aspect of it. But everything else is shoved in the back, and I'm doing it because it's a necessity for me and I need to. Now, it's definitely busy, but I don't get burnt out because it's simple. And then at the end of the day, I feel productive because I'm actually doing something. A lot of you, or I should say, a lot of people aren't doing anything, and that's where that problem is coming from. But if you find, you are overcomplicating with doing too much, then yeah, simplify it. And most of the time when you're feeling like that, it's because of too much stuff you're doing is not necessary. Um, like let's say you're doing a hobby that you don't necessarily enjoy, or an activity, or job, or schooling. Well, maybe look for something else. Try to change that out of there, because I think a lot of people get stuck and don't know what to do. It's also a issue with choice overload. And I get like this. There's so many options and choices on the internet. You search up, what do I do? What do I do now? All this. It's just so many options and so many answers to that question. So you kind of need to write everything down and figure out what's important to you. Now, a lot of you might be saying, well, I have commitment to a spouse, a partner, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. I have my friends, my family, all that kind of stuff. You also need to learn when to say no. If you need time to work on yourself, you should be able to communicate that to everybody that's important to you, for them to understand that, hey, it's not you, I'm not mad at you, but hey, I need this time to sit down and think and get my shit together. That's all it is, man. Just simple steps. Keep it simple. As Michael Scott says, keep it simple, stupid. And if you're looking for some kind of advice or some kind of way to stay on track and keep your life as simple and as easy as possible, 3 pillars that I like to follow are exercise, at least either walk, workout, as in weightlifting, or running, some kind of exercise daily, or at least 4 to 5 times a week. You want something that stimulates your mind, so you could do reading, a musical instrument, whatever gets you thinking and challenges your pre-existing thought process. And the last thing would be have some kind of employment. Now, that could be job you really like or job you really hate. Probably a job you really like, but if you're still trying to figure out where you are, keep that job you really hate and just start banking that money and just keep working and keep trying to find side hustles and just keep working. That's all you need. Keep it simple, stupid.